Hello, and welcome on into the Little Ghosty Games channel. And our very first Jammy Little One Shot, something a little bit different. I am JStation64, and I will be GMing a small side story this evening. Ghost of Sunny is unfortunately under the weather, so I am instead joined by a couple of Muppets, the characters that they will be playing. Starting with RevTed. How are you doing? And
Hello.
How do you feel about being in a one shot and playing who had previously been your mortal enemies? I don't know if you thought about them as mortal enemies or not.
Wouldn't go that far. I'm looking up at myself. I'm quite ruggedly handsome.
It's true.
I'm no, it's good. It's like going behind the veil, isn't it? Seeing behind the scenes. Like
Yes. We get to add a little bit of flavour to our little Kurt and Ernie duo after your lengthy discussion with them and Jump's various attempts to terrify them.
I've never played a fighter in D&D either. I've just realised.
Have you never played a fighter? Oh, you are in
Not in D&D.
A game of D&D.
I hit stuff.
You get to hit stuff. You get to shieldy stuff. I don't think you guys got shields. And you get to trip. No, you get trip stuff. You've got tricks up your sleeve anyway. You've got tricks, and I can't quite remember what they are.
My sleeves are rolled up. I've got no tricks up my
I've got
sleeve.
no access. But speaking of tricking Kurt and Ernie, we also have with us the wonderful Amadan. How are you doing today?
Good evening. Hello, everyone. I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm very excited to be playing Kurt. Kurt is the butch gentleman on the top left of your screen.
Nope,
Very
wrong way. I get it wrong every time.
Is it left?
Other way,
Yeah, I
RevTed.
think so. Is it?
That's the one. That's the one.
That's the one.
We'd think we'd know it by now, but no, not at all.
How exciting.
So, we know Kurt and Ernie from the second session of Jammy Dodgers, where you met them at the side of Traevus, more commonly known as Peaches, where they were. I think if I remember correctly, Rusty managed to talk Kurt, was it, into eating a pasty, yes, and made a bit of a friend there, kind of. But we got to meet them in greater detail later on after finding them in the back of a secret room in the Bad Batch, the now emptied Bad Batch warehouse, surrounded by golden treasures. There were plenty of items in there, but you managed to have Rusty and Bask managed to have a good chat with Kurt and Ernie, trying to find out what they knew and find out what Traevus was up to. And they left in good stead, having lied fully that they were still on some sort of, I don't know what level of double cross now. It's got to be in square root of something at this point. Of leveling of double cross going on. But as far as Kurt and Ernie are concerned, you three were still on side with Traevus and his plans, whatever they might be. And yeah, I think you guys left them in good stead. They were continuing to look after the loot. But later on, I think the same evening or maybe the next day, you all ratted them out to the law. You cheesed them to the fuzz. And after you ran into Hutchins, that was his name, thank you. After you ran into Hutchins and he tried to get you on side, another double cross, just constant double crosses from the group, arranged to see him down at the thing, and also told of people hidden in a room at the back of the Bad Batch warehouse. So, since that time, Kurt and Ernie, chilling out in the rather well-adorned room at the back of the Bad Batch warehouse. What have you guys been up to?
Well, I've been waiting for these sacks to dry, ain't I? Taking a long time, though. Kept falling off, which just freaked me out a little bit. But I put them back on and I watched them drip slowly. Bleeding boring, innit?
You think we'd be better off like putting them in the sun, or or to dry. You know, it's
Well, when I have too much to drink, I tend to lie out in the sun to dry off.
oh yeah, I do that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you
yeah.
do that. I've seen you on the other
Sorry.
side. Yeah.
I'm a bit shy sometimes. I go swimming. You know, people don't like to look at me and think, he don't like swimming, but I like swimming.
Because you like swimming and lots of people don't like swimming.
Well, people assume that if you're big, you can't swim, don't they? You know, like I'm not a rock, am I? You know, it's
people
not.
assume that if you're big, you can't do nothing.
Oh, I
So,
know too. Tell me
I
about it.
I can see myself through a river. You know, I'm not going to sink like a rock. Light
I
on
can
my
see
feet, I
myself.
am.
It took me a while to work out that was me in the river when I looked in the river. That's what I thought you meant. Yeah.
Yeah, get what you mean, Ernie. So what are we going to do? We have
I
to
don't know.
stay here until Traevus comes back, you reckon?
It's all a bit strange, isn't it? It's, those lovely people. They've been nothing but kind to us and straight up honest with us. And I mean, I did get a bit weirded out with those skeletons, but they said it was okay. And
What were they doing with each other, though, those skeletons? They were
what?
right twisted. I never seen nothing so queer in all my life.
Well, my mum said if you don't understand, just nod. So I nodded, and yeah.
The technical term
Kurt,
is they were
Kurt
moaning.
nods.
But they gave us this jam, didn't they? I like this jam. This jam is nice. And
Yeah.
yeah.
You opened your jam yet? Can I have a lick?
Well, but I got the lid left. You could, but I got some on my finger. You can have that if you want.
Doesn't matter what characters you're playing, there's still always going to be
Lick my finger.
That's nice, don't it?
your
Oh,
stunning.
Yeah, sorry about that bit of skeleton there. I can't get all the dust out.
that's fine.
It adds flavour. It's like I think that's what they do with the cheese to age it. They put
They
dead
add
things in it
bones
and
into
grind it
it.
up. Yeah.
Is that where the mole comes from? Dead things?
Yeah. That's right. And licking, I think they put in it.
Do they lick it? Why are we doing this? Why don't we go into cheese making?
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
really don't know.
the world's our oyster, innit?
Yeah. The only thing I know about cheese making is you get the cow, you shake it a lot, and then you take the cheese out.
You squeeze it. You squeeze the cow to get the cheese out. It comes out of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I've always thought you made the cheese in the cow. I didn't realise that.
I've got an image.
Maybe you shake it.
Together, I think we've got a good.
Ernie
This is
walking away from
proposition.
a job having been fired from a farm, just surrounded by dead, squeezed cows.
That's how we did it when I worked on that. It was that farmer with that wife that were really unhappy with him. Do you remember? What was his name?
Oh yeah, he was more worried about his berries, wasn't he?
He were.
Yeah, he was a nice bloke. I liked him. Yeah.
I used his toothbrush once.
I use that toothbrush as well. Actually, yeah, that's a good toothbrush. Yeah.
As
Drip. Drip.
the deep and meaningful repertoire between Kurt and Ernie continues. It is suddenly interrupted by a large crash and thumping sound coming from beyond the secret sliding door that
Yeah.
you
hear that?
are well aware
Well.
You don't think it those skeletons?
No. I'd heard that. Sometimes there's sounds that are inside, and then sometimes they're outside, and I get them mixed up. Times.
Your mum always told me to use my inside voice more than my outside voice.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't understand what that meant though.
No, not me. I just nod.
You hear another huge crash coming from the warehouse direction.
All right. Have we got a hidey hole? Surely there'd be like a hide a sneaky hole like you have on front doors where you can take a look out to see what's coming. Maybe I shift a little bit of wood across and I put my eye to a hidey hole thing.
There isn't a very clear one,
Oh,
because your job thus far has been largely to sit and wait as Traevus comes and goes. There's not really been call for anyone else to be coming and going. But it is a bookcase, so it's made of wood, so you might be able to find a little crack in the thing. If you want to have a little perception check to see if you can see through, feel free. See if you can find a little gap in the.
yeah,
woodwork.
let's have
I
a
like to think that they
search.
both go in at the same time. Smack their heads.
Oh, I've got any music on the way. Here
Let's have a look. Oh, 15, 17.
15 and 17. Yeah, so you conkeheads as you go for the
Oh,
communally
Whoops.
understood to be
Sorry, Kurt.
the picky spot.
sorry, Ernie. After you, of course, after you.
But you both managed to find small bits and seek through. And you can see several of the city guard wandering around the inside of your warehouse. Several of them are looking at the acid-stained bones in horror, and others are looking around at the traces of where there was once Scrumby jam. You hear a cry from one of the guards saying, "There's supposed to be two of them in here somewhere."
Yeah, it's the boys in blue.
They do wear blue armor.
It's the Bobbies. What do we do? They're looking for two people. Have you seen two people? We saw two people earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
They're
Well,
looking for
yeah.
them. It's got to be them. Can't be us.
But,
No one knows about us.
Well, I mean, we're behind this bookcase, aren't we? You know, it's
Yeah, we're safe here, aren't we? They're
You
not
know, we
likely
can't-
to.
we can't see them, they can't see us. You know, it's
Yeah, should we hide? Should we? Is there anywhere to hide in here? Because I don't want to mess with the police.
There are all kinds of places to hide in this
Oh, there's a big
large
roll of yellow fabric, isn't
collection
there?
of definitely real super valuable treasures that you've heard Traevus talk about how valuable they are.
Super valuable. I
Although I
kick
think
the pieces of the bust that was broken by
we might have
Rusty.
established either Kurt or Ernie recognized them as fakes with a surprising art history knowledge. I can't remember who it was between them who recognized it, but I remember one of them being telling you guys
My
that they were all
great
fake.
great aunt is into collectibles. She does a little bit of on the black market, and I don't think from what I've seen of her collection, it don't match up to this kind of shizzle here. Anyway,
are we hiding then, or are you?
well, do we fancy a fight? I mean, I've got me, and I'll crack my
I do.
knuckles.
I might hide on that fainting couch over there. That seems to be a good spot to hide.
All right, and I'm gonna roll myself up in the yellow fabric.
Do you want to do a stealth check, Kurt? Ernie, are you actually trying to hide, or are you just going to sit on the couch?
11.
He's just going to recline on.
I'm gonna look like a modern sculpture.
I'm fairly sure that their vision's based on movement, so if I'm going to stay
Right.
still.
Stay still, yeah.
Kurt, where have you gone? Kurt?
I mean,
Kurt?
I'm the modern art.
Oh.
I call myself repertoire in silence.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just call you Kurt. 'Cause
Yeah,
we're friends, aren't we?
that's me. That is, yeah. Yeah. All right.
As you are rolling yourself, Kurt, into the rug and making yourself the piece of art that is you know yourself to be, you can both hear the bookcase beginning to like rattle, and that the guards are investigating around the area that you are in right now. They don't seem to know what's going on, but they seem to have some ideas. As you are clambering into your roly-poly, though. You struggle and topple over and knock over the lid of a jar in the one of the many big vases that are in there. And the lid smashes apart, and suddenly the room begins to fill with smoke as it billows out from this jar. Do anyone want to do that?
Ice
Yes, I do.
jar.
Kind of. That's better, there we go. Right. And to do some zoomies. As one of your definitely real, not fake jars begins to the lid kind of smashes apart, and this billowing gas starts to come out. Can you both make for me Constitution saving throws?
Okie dokie. Character sheets.
21.
21!
Very nice.
My word. 17.
17. You both manage to hold your breath and keep yourselves cogent against this kind of thick, almost greenish-hued smog that's coming out of this. But you can smell on the little bits that you do manage to breathe this a similar kind of acidic, kind of unpleasant feel to it, and it starts to sting your skin a little bit. And you hear from outside several of the guards reacting as you see the fog dropping and begin to slide out underneath the bookcase. What are you guys doing?
Is the bookcase still open?
It's still shut. They haven't been into it yet. They were rattling around it, and now you can hear the guards reacting to something coming from underneath it.
Okay. I'm gonna go over, still semi-draped. I'm gonna... Ernie, do you think we should be going down to the river?
I don't know. I thought something bad was going to happen, but I don't know. It's quite nice to tickles, actually.
Not enough words. I'm holding my breath. I'm gonna lose my breath.
Oh yeah. It's not too bad. I mean, I forget to breathe sometimes, and it's just like one of those times I forget to breathe, really. But yeah, maybe the tickling's not a good thing. You know, maybe we should go that way.
Yeah.
As you
I think maybe we should.
are saying this, the fog, the thick areas of the fog has raised to probably about up to your not inconsiderably sized chests. And you can hear coughing coming from the other side of the warehouse.
Oh,
it continues to spew out from this.
Drag you to the way that led down to the river.
The little docks down at the back.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys can make it down there, maybe coughing as you come around in little trails of this fog following you down along. But you get to the small kind of dock is a very strong word for it. This small kind of like inlet with a port. It's inside
Jetty.
a cave. Jetty, great word. Thank you. Small jetty inside of a cave. And it's open enough, and the sea area is open enough that it seems to be okay. But you can see that the fog is continuing to roll down behind you.
Yeah, do you think you can swim? We can both swim. We were taught swimming by your uncle, I remember. Shall we do some swimming?
Oh yeah, we can do. As I said, I like swimming. People don't
Yeah.
think I can swim.
We
I might mention that.
very well. Yeah, I think you did. All right then. Is it cold in the water?
It is oceanic cold. It's not a river, it is the ocean itself.
It's a bit cold actually. I'm not quite used to swimming in, but I suppose in for a penny, in for a pound.
Someone once told me if you get out and get back in again, it makes the water hot. Should you try that?
I'm gonna try that. I'm going to get in. And then I'm going to get out. And then I'm going to jump back in again. Oh, you're right, actually. Yeah, it feels better. It feels like my mind is more prepared. Yeah.
Oh.
It's taking my breath away a bit though, because I don't know, maybe it's too warm. But yeah.
Well, is there enough room for a cannonball?
You know, when it's so warm, it almost feels cold.
Oh, that's. Oh yeah.
It's quite nippy around the old upper regions, isn't it?
I think my spuds have gone. But yeah. I like it. I like swimming.
No scrumberries to be found at all in this cave.
Scrumberries at all. Oh.
But as you loll about in the salty water, the tendrils of fog continue and start to rest on top of the water, spread out towards the width of this kind of cave space, and continuing to pour out down the kind of the crevasse that you guys came down.
Is there any chance we could swim around so that we can get onto land?
Yeah,
and
the docks
kind of like head back into the village.
The docks aren't that far away. It's like maybe a 5-minute swim.
Yeah, I reckon we could do this. Might warm us up a bit.
But it's.
Well, I don't understand how they got all that in that little pot.
All that green smoke.
Yeah, well, the pot's like this big, and then the gas is like that big.
It's obviously magic, innit? You know. Can do anything with magic as we're swimming. I'm doing the backstroke.
As you paddle around, the entrance to the little jetty cave faces drywood-ish, and the rest of the town, the dock, is wetwoods. So it's kind of, unless you were looking for it, you wouldn't see this little entrance. So you've got to swim back around on yourself. But it's not actually that far to the docks. As you do, as you're swimming along in the big waves, you see the hopefully see the moon dancer leaving port and heading off to sea.
Oh look, there's our friend boy.
Just with every wave just going under the water.
Kirk, be careful.
What's that?
Swimming and waving is quite hard.
Yeah, you got to swim on your back, ain't you? We float naturally, like.
Do
Yeah, try it on your back. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. I can feel the water tickling my toes.
It's going to go in my ears, though. It's going to go over my nose. I don't like it, Kurt. I don't like it.
Don't like it? Yeah, it's an acquired taste. Quite refined like that.
Maybe I'll just wave with one hand. Yeah, that works.
Oh, you was waving with both hands. That's where you was going wrong.
Well,
easily sorted out, innit?
I've seen people before when they've been in the sea and they've been alone and they've been waving at me. They've been waving like that. I thought that was how you waved when you were greeting someone at sea. They never came back, so I couldn't ask them. So
it's a custom we've got to look into, isn't it? Yeah.
Speaking of waves, you notice that the moon dancer is leaving at a surprising pace. Very fast for a ship of its size, and has left quite the wake. As you both look to the direction of the moon dancer, you can see a very large wave starting to come towards you. Not enough to threaten the town in any way, but for two floating thugs near the rockside cliffs, what are you guys going to do?
Oh yeah, you see that wave? I'm going to ride it like I ride the greasy pig in the yearly contest.
Oh, you're good at that, yeah.
I'm really good at riding the grease. Got to catch it first, and I'm not so good at that. But once I am, I'm really good at riding it.
Shall I be the pig? and you could ride me into town.
Oh, maybe I can balance that now, because then you won't be able to breathe, will you?
Is
No,
the
I'm
greasy
gonna
pig,
go.
is that a Scrumby thing, or is that like a work to do in the Bad Batch that every year?
It's a
Traevus
work
brings
to do
in
in
a
the Bad
pig. It's that
Batch,
time of year.
where
Christmas party.
it's the yearly hazing for the new guys. Yeah, you catch the greasy pig.
Well,
Running around the warehouse.
Piggyback, I was thinking, honest.
I've been practicing this laying on your back thing, and then I think I can breathe now. So
Yeah, but what about this big wave that's coming? I'm gonna roll over, so I'm ready to do like a Superman pose and be pushed into the harbour serenely by the massive wave.
Oh, you're trying to like use it to your advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna style it out big time, like a big boy.
Nice. Ernie, how about you?
oh well, when I've seen waves, the people just say just roll with it. So I just got a starfish and let it take me.
Oh dear.
As the wave comes roiling in, and we see Kurt and Ernie turn to Superman and a starfish. Kurt, can you give me an athletics check, I guess, to get your pose? And Ernie, it's probably going to be another Constitution throw to brace the wave.
I rolled a 7 on athletics.
Oh no!
Oh.
I rolled a
You
natural
rolled a
one, but a +5.
You rolled a 1 and I rolled
A
a
6.
2. Oh my gosh.
As the
We haven't learnt shapes yet, have we? That's next week.
as the starfish and the Superman poses take place as the wave comes smashing in, Kurt, you get spun around and your outstretched fist manages to thwack Ernie right in the stomach. Folding him, the pair of you up into a ball, rolling with this as you go flying towards some rocks. Can you make for me, as these rocks, before you get splashed up onto these rocks, a dexterity saving throw?
That one.
Oh, good lord!
I got a 0.
0.
No, I got a 1. A 1.
A 1.
We rolled 2
yeah.
nat 1s. That's 3 nat 1s in a row.
Well, we've learned that Kurt and Ernie should stay out of the water. This is what we've learned.
Did we have a dream where we were taught to swim?
I imagine, like, your time in the Bad Batch vault, like, you've just been talking to each other about swimming and both assumed we've talked it through enough, like, over the weeks that we've been in here.
Oh, dearie me.
You're both
Both
dashed
talk
into
about
rocks
swimming, but what they think swimming is something completely different.
with an only theoretical idea of swimming. You both take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you are smashed against the rocks. But you are, as the wave kind of washes back down again, we see Kurt and Ernie still in starfish and Superman pose, laying amongst the dark igneous rock of the edge of the port. But it'll be a short clamber, but you can actually get into town from where you are.
God blimey, Ernie, this swimming is harder than I thought it would be. Sorry about my fist. I didn't mean to fist your tummy.
Oh, is that what that was? Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
I thought you were trying to correct my form. I thought I was doing a star wrong.
No, your starfish was perfect. It was right perfect. My fist was in the way, though.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've been complimented on my starfish, I must say.
Well, they were a perfect starfish, Ernie.
I never knew that swimming involved so much water, to be honest. It's funny.
I didn't know that it involved rocks. Alright then, let's do this nice and smooth, like when Miss Moneypenny rolls rolls the butter onto the pie, smooth as butter.
Like,
Do you want me to give you
What are we
you
being
an up?
smooth as butter for?
Hang on, I'll put my hands together and I'll hoist you up.
I'm a big boy.
between the two of you, like big old hermit crabs, you're able to clamber your way around the edge of this rock, and you can see the hard concrete? Can't be concrete, right? Concrete edge of the dock side, and on the dock you can see the probably familiar face for you guys of Hob, the security guard. With him are 8 other security guards. Security guards? Just guards. Security guards makes it sound like it's a shopping centre. Guards. 8 guards looking medieval.
Yeah, do you think they've seen us?
Well, we're standing right next to them.
Hobbs just like...
What do you reckon? Do you think we should be lying to them?
Well, I don't know. They might prefer us to stand up. Otherwise, we get neck-ache if we're lying.
I feel like I could do with a lie down though.
Yeah, I feel a little woozy. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's that handsome bloke, isn't it? That don't seem to wear trousers.
He pulls it off though, don't he?
Yeah.
He wears
Oh,
trousers.
yeah. What did the boss say to do around him? I've forgotten.
He said, and these are his words because I remember, he said, act cool and nonchalant.
Can we get a Traevus
cool.
impression for that?
He said, here, act cool and nonchalant.
That's quite a good impression.
Like apples and pears.
I don't think he sounded that posh. It was more like, stop being a fucking knobhead. Act cool, or you're fucking out of here.
That
You're
means
done.
he
You're
likes
out.
you. That means he likes you when he calls you a knobhead.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. It's
I love
called
this
it
idea of Kurt having like a
times.
filter of what Traevus says to them.
That took to me plenty of times. It means he likes you. Yeah. Alright then.
You two, can you come off the rocks, please?
We was just loitering on the rocks looking for crabs, yeah.
We was taking a midday
Piss.
swim.
Swim!
Can you both roll deception checks for me?
We are
I feel like maybe it needs to have disadvantage.
refreshing our vigor.
Oh, blimey. That's mine.
Oh,
5.
acting dumb. I actually can't read. What are we doing? Deception.
You have failed your deception check, RevTed.
5 and a 10.
7 and a 10.
No,
10, 11 and 10. Oh, for Christ's sake.
We just saw you get washed onto the rocks from coming over to the cave. I think it's round there. We've been told about. The chief wants to see you. Do you need a hand?
Got 2. I'm alright for hands.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for that kind of commitment. You know,
3 hands. That's a handful.
very kind of you. I've got Kurt here. Kurt, I don't know what to say, Kurt.
Yeah, we I'm gonna take a piece of sodden paper out from the top of my shirt. I'm gonna read it. Yes, Hob. We are happy to comply with the law, and we have no problem talking to you about anything that you may require of us. And then he rolls up the paper.
I like.
Oh,
it
yeah,
back in his
yeah.
pocket.
the idea
I've
that
got one of
ink
them.
just melting slowly on the page from the water.
Yeah. What's yours say?
I've got one. Hang on. Where is it? Hang on. Oh, where it is. There's a stick man. That's me because it's round. And then there's
like a
there's like
round man,
there's
isn't
like a
it?
crossy thing, and then there's like a mouthy picture. I don't know what that means.
No, I'm sure the chief will be able to work it out. I am sorry you have to go and see the chief. He is obviously, well, he's a bit scary.
I
But
think it's some
sure you'll
kind
be
of
okay.
advanced communications thing. It's like instead of using words, they use like drawings and pictures because it's harder.
It's definitely harder for me. I can't work out what it says, and they'll like several of the guard will be around either side of you. Which I don't know whether you're taking it as a compliment that you need this many guards to bring you two along.
Yeah,
walk aside.
you're keeping me nice and warm with all these bodies round us. That's very nice of you.
It's
Very
very
nice
kind,
indeed.
very kind of you. And he grabs a hand of each one.
I'm glad. Did you need to get you a towel or anything?
Yeah, a towel would be quite nice. Have you got any hot drinks on you? While the water was nice and warm the second time, I'm getting a bit nippy now.
Well, my best friend taught me this trick. I'll show you. Hang on, lads. I got to let go of your hands. Hang on.
One of the guards looks quite disappointed.
Oh yeah. Another shake. Yep. Oh, there you go. I'm better now. Oh, I feel a bit dizzy. Whose hand was I holding? Someone had very soft hands. I like that.
Like 3 hands offered towards you. The guard Hob will be bringing out a towel from his satchel that he's got and is offering it to you. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have any hot drinks.
Oh, that's a shame.
Maybe
that's
the chief can get you one, but he's not.
You reckon?
He's a bit of a toughie, if you know what I mean.
Can't be as bad as Ernie's mum. Ernie's mum always told us to be very respectful of you, Hobbs. She said you're doing a good job considering your family circumstances, and I can appreciate that. I got nothing against you.
She said that I bet he could do me a good turn. And that's right by my book, yeah.
Ernie's mummy knew your dad, you know that? Very
no.
good friends with your dad.
Oh, it's making me feel even worse dragging you to the police chief now and knowing what you're in
for. So what are we in for? It's all a misunderstanding, isn't it? Yeah, it's got to be.
I don't mind dragging you if you're tired. You know, you're probably working quite hard. Does anyone want a piggyback? I'm quite good at piggyback.
And one of the guards will like move into position to get a piggyback and hobble like, no, we'll get into so much trouble. Come on.
Or layer.
Well, I got told that that one of my colleagues is one of your colleagues. I've forgotten his name.
Whoa!
You remember Hutchins?
Yeah, that's the one.
No, I don't know. I don't know Hutchins at all.
And then
don't
they
ring
told
no
us
bell.
that you two were hiding in the back, and that there was a little cave, and the chief was rummaging around in the warehouse, and he told me to go. Well, he ordered me to go and check by the docks, and then there you were. So I gave you a little wave, and now we're here. And
yeah, I was always wondering, what's the pay like in the guard? I mean, do you accept anyone? I mean, I'm big and strong.
Oh yeah, it's a good job. You get paid a gold every 2 weeks, which isn't too bad.
We don't get paid that, Ernie. We don't get paid that much. He always says, yeah, I'll see you all right. We don't get paid that much. Do we get a uniform thrown in free?
Oh, you've got to wear the uniform, definitely, yeah.
You get clothes, Ernie. Is this a job that Ernie's mum can be proud of? Son.
What? Just a quick question. How soft's your floor?
Yeah, how soft is it?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, like, when you've done a lot, and then you kind of, like, move, and then you forget what you're doing for a long time.
Yeah,
on the
you
floor.
kind of close your eyes, and when you wake up, it's like different day almost. It really could be.
Just the existential horror of the existence of Kurt and Ernie. And then I stopped being for a while, and then I'm back to being again, and I don't know what happened. What?
It's just, and then I wake up, and then I need a wee, but I can't roll over properly because I really need a wee. And then I have a wee, and then I can get up.
Are you talking about sleeping? There's quarters at the chief's place. You can
What,
stay
a
there.
quarter? A quarter of what though? A quarter?
Oh,
What's a quarter?
somewhere where you can sleep in the guardhouse.
How's the floor though? How's the floor in the guardhouse? I think is what Ernie wants to know.
It's a bed. You don't sleep on the
It's
floor.
one bed between all. They get a bed between them.
I understand that everyone at my house, all the men that came over, they all slept in my mum's bed. Yeah, everyone was in there.
It's got a really strong image of a not great strong image of the start of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. They're all in one bed, but a very unpleasant turn on that.
Oh, they get to sleep in a bed. I mean, it must be a big bed to sleep all the guards.
Well, I don't understand because I thought everyone slept in that bed because there was only one bed. That's what I was told.
Bed on the floor though, ain't it?
Well, yeah.
Hob looks
Did you
very
get food as well.
very upset about the news about Ernie's younger life. and
I bet they get food.
oh
Get
yes,
clothes and
get fed.
food and a bed.
It's all
Well,
Every day?
The problem is to get the job, it's the chief who decides, and he's a little strict.
Well, we're good at following orders, aren't we? Look, I
Yep.
followed, and I take my paper out and say, look, followed this to the letter, didn't I? Tis the order.
I guess I could recommend it. Well, I'll be in with the room with you, I guess. And you look up and you see you're in front of the guardhouse.
Line passes when you're talking, doesn't it?
It does. And the guards will escort you in, and you will be taken to a small room with a table in the middle. It doesn't have a mirror on one side, but if it could, it would. And you both are sat on one side, and there are two seats on the other. And Hob goes around and sits on the far side, and kind of folds his hands together and kind of smiles at you in a slightly awkward silence, as just waiting for the chief.
Okay. Can I sit next to you, Hob? I get lonely if I don't sit next to someone.
You two
Kurt's
should
gonna
probably
look
sit down.
Faintly
please.
crestfallen at that. Yeah, what's wrong with me? You always sit by me. We swore pinky
Oh.
promise. Pinky
Oh.
promise when we was
Are
little.
you sat down? Are you? Sorry, I thought.
Don't ever leave me, Master Frodo.
Oh, yeah.
Go on, sorry.
My nickname for you.
As you are sat in the what is essentially an interrogation room, it's got plain white walls, a bare table in the middle, with you two sat on one side of the length of it and Hob sat on the other. You hear coming from the corridor a loud thunk, and then another thunk, as very large footsteps begin to approach towards the interrogation door down the corridor, and you see Hob kind of straighten himself up and, oh, here he comes.
Oh well, you're looking fine.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to do before the chief arrives?
I'm gonna straighten myself up. It's like when I visit Ernie's mum. I always try to look smart. I don't visit Ernie's mum for that.
At least not as far as Ernie knows.
What are you saying about my character? I might straighten myself up, a bit wet. Slick my hair back again. Move my fuzz down.
The door opens, and filling the entire doorway is the frame of a very large, rather well-dressed looking rabbit folk, whose tall ears kind of bend back as they walk through the door. They have a gruff look on their face, and they step in again with another large thump. See them now. If we can switch over to the right thing. There they are.
Oh wow, he looks very sterling.
He sits down next to Hob and kind of gives you a squinted-eyed, very gruff look. Kind of looks you close. You two are probably larger than him still, even though he's quite a large figure.
Glad to hear it.
Well, he can hear all sorts. He leans back and he goes, "Hello. Thank you both for coming here. Sorry for troubling you, and I heard you washed up on the rocks."
Yeah, we were out for a spot of swimming, late swimming. It were warm and then cold.
And then warm again.
And then
Well,
warm again.
I've heard that you were found swimming, but I'm led to believe that you are actually in the warehouse where I was searching for you, and you made what seems to be a daring escape with some kind of smoke bomb.
Oh, that's what that was.
Well, we weren't, because we were in the water, weren't we?
Oh yeah.
We weren't in the warehouse.
Yeah.
You
it was
found us in the water, remember?
Yeah, that was it.
And his ears will like twitch, and he gives a smile at Kurt's unwitting admission, which is very good. Well, I'm here to talk to you about your boss. Now, there's another situation going on I need to tend to shortly with a colleague of yours, apparently, I didn't know, and that will soon be put to a swift end.
Well, Kurt's right here. If you don't know him, I can introduce you.
Hello, Kurt.
This is
Yes, and
Hello.
I've not introduced
boy.
myself. I am Chief Holden. It's
Chief
nice to meet you
Holding.
both.
It's good
It's-
to meet you, sir.
Surprising that we've not met, really, considering our comparative lines of work. But you two have done very well. As
Oh no, we'd have never meeting because I don't like vegetables. So no, we wouldn't have meeting.
and like you see his whiskers like twitch a little bit of a well, I have put a blind eye, shall we say, to the antics of your boss in the past. Any extra coin that he's managed to squeeze out of the travelling boats isn't the worst thing in my book. It all helps float the town. But fleecing the town of all the jam. That's
What?
thumping the tree before it's fallen. And now there's rumours that he's making some sort of play for a coup. I think it's time that you two did what's best for you and tell me everything you know about Traevus's plan.
Oh well. Well, I didn't know that the boats floated on the town. I thought they floated on the water.
They're magic, but magic. Always magic.
Kurt, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to talk about?
About what? Scrumberries.
I don't know.
I know.
Where are the Scrumberries? Where is Traevus? And he kind of puts both of his paw hands on the table, and you see Hob like lean back away. And what is this plan for a coup?
It keeps making that noise, Kurt. I don't know what that a coo noise is.
Pigeons make that noise.
Coo, coo.
And
Do you remember
Holden's-
that pigeon that got in the cave? And
Yes.
then we fed it, and then we named it, and then it died. But, yeah, that's a good time.
Travis's ears
I
twitch
remember it
and
good
his whiskers go, and Holden will look at it. They are very cooperative, sir. We don't need to. I'm sure they'll be okay.
Well, what
I'm
can we
fine,
say?
thank you.
We've heard that your guards get fed every day, and they can sleep in a bed. Is that right?
Yes, and you know what? I will give you a place to stay this evening with food. We've tried the stick. Now we'll try my favourite.
What was the stick? I didn't notice no stick.
and Hob will be sat next to him, being like,
Oh,
So,
Traevus. What do we say? What do we say? I don't know. I don't know what we say about Traevus.
Well,
He's,
I always thought the first rule about Traevus was that we don't
talk
mention
about
that.
Traevus.
Yeah, we don't know him, so we do not know Traevus. Traevus said.
Yeah, Traevus don't tell us nothing. He tells us where to sit, and he says like, sit here and guard these items. So we do that. Days.
We do a good job.
We did a good
Don't
job.
ever say we don't do a good job.
No, we did a good job.
No one has ever got through that cave without our
No.
permission.
No, that cave was boring though, weren't it?
Yeah, it was a bit. Yeah. Why put a cave behind a bookcase? I don't understand that.
It's like none of the books in the bookcase were very interesting either. I tried to read some, and there was all numbers. There was all numbers and drawings and maps and fancy words like coup.
Holden will turn to Hob and be like, I believe you brought me the two least informed informants in the whole of Scrumby. What exactly are these two meant to do other than take up space in the jail? Well, I thought they might know something about what they're his right hand men. Isn't that right?
No, right hand. I'll be his right hand and you his left hand, Ernie.
I think so. I don't know what left and right are, to be honest.
And
Just nod. If I don't know, I just nod.
We've been instructed to do that, actually.
How about this treasure, at least? Can you tell me something about that?
What? All the rubbish in that cave behind the bookcase.
Bookcase. Okay. And what do you mean by rubbish? Why
Well,
are you
it's
guarding?
supposed to be treasure. Don't know. Do we talk about the first rule, Ernie? I'm confused. I want to
was the
talk about
second rule? There was
Traevus.
the second rule, wasn't there?
The second rule was what was the second rule? Second rule was when we get to ask the question, you've got to ask yourself one question. It's do I feel lucky? Well, that's not the time to ask that question, I don't think, because that was in a life and death situation. How about the third rule?
Wait, hang on,
I'm a disease and you're the cure. Or was it the other way around? I'm the cure and you're just a disease.
I got it. I remembered. We were drying the sacks. The sacks were wet.
The sacks were taking ages to dry.
They were, yeah. Especially as we kept getting them wet again, because they were drying out.
Yeah.
Well,
So what was
sacks
Traevus?
and rubbish, it seems like. I can't see any reason why we won't take this to the next level of investigation, shall we? And he kind of like begins to
There's an upstairs.
crack his knuckles a little
I
bit.
thought we were on the top floor.
As
Oh, I know the sound of cracking knuckles. I do it myself to intimidate people.
a guard bursts into the room, and very quick reaction from I never remember his name. For some reason. Holden. There we go. A quick reaction from Chief Holden, and he said, "What is it? You've come at the? I told you we're not to be disturbed." Sir, there's a problem with there's a fog in the town. Fog? We think it's something to do with the coming from the warehouse.
Not like that man's voice. He sounds funny.
Like everyone in the room will look to you for a second. Hob, why don't you do something useful and get these two to show you where to stop whatever it is that's making that fog? I'm going to go and see our old colleague, see how he's hanging in there.
You mean
he stands,
Hitchin?
Yes, you do know him. That's very
No.
useful to know.
Oh, I don't like him very much, to be honest. He's not honest.
No,
I'm very honest where my loyalties lie, to be quite honest.
we've
How
learned
many
that.
times can I say honest?
Honestly, probably more times, but I do appreciate that you're very straightforward with us, Kurt Ernie, and let's hope that's in your favour.
I remember that time that Hitchens tried to get us to beat up that person.
Yeah, I
But,
do.
you know-
But we didn't do it because it
He
was
didn't.
wrong.
No, he didn't give us a just reason.
I think in
Do you
terms of
remember
the,
when he
the
tried to bribe
Oh,
us to look the other way?
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
no, he didn't bribe me. He just pointed, but it worked.
He
And
looked the other way.
I did look the other way. Yeah, I think that was magic as well.
I feel like in terms of the tree, like the pyramid that works for Bad Batch with Traevus at the top, you two are immediately underneath, and Hatchins has been like trying to get in there as much as he can. Yeah, you two could just dismiss him, and it would just drive him crazy, I imagine.
No, I don't know.
Because he's much of a schemer, and we're not getting that from Kurt Ernie.
Travis has been travelling a lot recently. We don't know why.
Yeah.
But we do know about the Scrumberries. We thought he was just, what was he? He just liked Scrumberries. I thought it was a bit unfair because nobody likes Scrumberries more than the people of Scrumbury, and he wanted them all to himself. But I don't know where he's going with all his in his boat.
Leaving
Well,
alone with a boat. That is very interesting.
I did overhear something. I don't know whether I should say.
Oh, you mean when
He said he
when
was.
Liz was talking about? Oh, go on. This is a good one. Ernie, go on.
He said he's hatching a plan. Is that good enough information for you?
Yeah. Whilst you were saying that, Holden will have been like leaning in, like, "Oh, okay, some actual good news." And then when you say that, his whole figure just goes, "Hob, get these two to deal with the fog, and then report back to me." And he
We don't know what that fog is. It was just I was trying to be a statue. I had this moment, and I wanted to be a statue, and I thought I'm going to pose, and I knocked something over off a shelf, and it fell off, and all that green stuff were coming out of it.
But we did learn if you don't breathe, it doesn't affect us, mate.
Don't breathe, but it does
It
tingle
just
on the
tickles.
skin.
Yeah, it just tickles.
whilst you guys are saying that, as Captain Holden is leaving the room, Hob will also be saying, but sir, I don't really know much about how are we supposed to deal with... and the chief is gone. The three of you are left in the room. I guess you two can come with me and help me solve whatever's causing this fog, I guess. It didn't seem like much of a problem, but
like
I
a
guess we'll find out.
deputy.
We're going to
don't
be.
know if I've got the authority to do that, but maybe I'll put in a good word for you. Certainly.
Are we going to be lawmen, Kurt?
You what? Sorry.
I think we are. This is a turn up for the books, isn't it?
Oh, my mum would be very proud, though.
Your mum would be over the moon, Ernie. Over the moon, she would. And whichever one of them was your dad, I bet he would be really pleased as well. Whichever one of them it is.
Yeah, do you know what? I'd like all of them to be my dad. To be honest, they're all good to me. You know.
Yeah, they were pretty nice to me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see,
Maybe this is a new opportunity for us. You know.
What?
A new opportunity, a new beginning, a new start.
And you see Hutchins.
Nothing.
Not Hutchins, sorry. Hob listening to you. And he has a bit of an idea. And he takes off a button from each of his gloves, like a little silver button.
Oh,
Uniform gloves. And passes one of them each to you. Whilst you have these, you will be my personal deputies. Not the deputies of the city, because I can't do that, but you'll be my personal deputies. Keep holding them tight, and we'll go and solve whatever this little fog problem might be. And yeah, and then hopefully the chief will be able to just let you guys go. What do you say? Should we go sort it out?
yeah, I think that sounds lovely. I've never been given a button before.
Yeah, that's quite nice. Actually, I like it. Yeah.
As you see like a
I'm gonna
genuine look of
keep
relief on little tiny Hobbs' face as he looks at these two giant thugs taking
Yeah,
up
I'm
most of
gonna
the room.
keep I'm gonna put it in my ear. There you go. Got it with me.
So Hob decides to lead you down back to the warehouse, basically so you guys can pinpoint where the fog's coming from and clear up the warehouse. But when you get down to the docks, long before you get to the warehouse, you notice that the streets ahead are filled with mist. And you see the fog itself has extended far beyond the confines of the warehouse and far beyond the warehouse district, and is now beginning to float towards the general centre of the town. As you hear strange noises coming from within the mist.
Hey, that don't look safe. I think that's a health and safety violation.
I know what to do here.
Yeah, it's written. It's one of our rules, isn't it?
And you
Yeah,
hear,
if you-
as you make that
Don't wanna-
noise from the mist, like, in reply.
Yeah, you found your people. Sing the song of your people louder. Be proud in what you are, Ernie.
You think that's my dad in there?
Could be.
We've got to go and turn the fog off. Come on. And Hob just kind of like walks off into the mist.
Are you stupid or something? You can't turn fog off, can you? It's like, you know, fog.
It's coming from somewhere. And he's kind of like starts to waft the fog away from him.
Don't breathe. Remember, don't breathe.
What? And you can see like he's struggling to stand up now as he walks a little bit further into the fog.
Okay, I'm gonna grab him and I'm gonna pull him back out of the fog. You can't just go walking into the fog with no protection now, can you?
Can you do a perception check for us, Kurt?
Yeah. Oh God. No. One.
Another nat one.
Yeah. That's
Goodness
a 4,
gracious!
that's a
These level 2 fighter boys are not. We don't see nothing.
Innit? Don't see nothing.
Yeah, the mists swirl around you as you pull back. Hob from the coughing is. I think that's poisonous. This is much worse than I thought. How is this stuff being made? And he looks at
We told you not to breathe.
Yeah, we did.
It's so far to the warehouse. What do we do?
Pull you back out, you silly sausage. We need a plan, don't we? Do I manage to pull him back out so he's not going to fall over?
You do. He's basically stayed on the floor talking to you guys. But you notice the wisps of the fog seem to be getting closer towards his feet as the wall of fog is continuing to expand.
Does it look like it's higher than the houses?
Yes.
Thinking's never been my strong suit.
Do you know
How
what's
far?
causing this?
Yeah, it was a little ornament. It was like a little pot that opened onto the floor, and it started this green smoke coming out of it, wasn't it?
Oh, so
Do-
you think it's magic?
Yeah, unless all of this could fit into a small yellow
that's-
pot.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yellow's such a good cut.
It didn't go in the pot, did it? But
No.
the pot is this. I tried to explain it earlier. The pot is this big. Fog is this big.
Yeah, the pot is smaller than the fog. It must be magic.
How do you stop magic? I'm not trained.
Oh, what did your mum say that one day about magic, Ernie? She said, if ever you meet magic,
Punch it in
she
the
said,
face.
what? Punch it in the face?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't about magic. That was about con artists.
Oh.
Magic was neat in the balls.
Oh, I got it. If there is magic, you need to find a magician.
And chicken. Do we know one of them?
Jigging it?
Yeah.
You know, what was a person that uses magic.
Oh, a magician.
Yeah, magician.
Or hang on. Scorer.
Don't know that. That's beyond my
No,
head, I'm afraid.
I think that was just something stuck in my throat, actually. Yeah.
There's no wizards in the town, or
Wizards.
We're not looking for a wizard.
scorers,
We're looking for a magician again.
magicianers.
Do we need like a big wind?
Big wind might do it. Do you know how to make a big wind, Kurt and Ernie?
Oh, Ernie's mum does a really, really awesome chili. And that always does set me up for the night, you know, with the old windy pups.
I don't know if we've got time for that.
Yeah, it does take her 12 hours to cook that one.
Yeah, it's not
It needs
so like
to
that.
mature in the pot.
Ernie, you also realise that the fog has gone past where your mum lives.
Hang on. I've just realised something. I can't hear my mum go. "Moo." Do you think she's in trouble?
Oh no, we've got to rescue your mum. She'll never forgive us if we let anything happen to her.
Neither will my dad's. Oh.
I'm often jealous of your dads. Alright then. Not for the way you're thinking though, Ern. Not for the way you're thinking, no. I wasn't jealous of that part of it. Just jealous for having a dad, you know?
Well, yeah. Well, you know that. You know the way better to my house than I do. Can we get
let's
there?
go to your house. We're gonna deal with it, but we've got to deal with Ernie's mum first.
You can't go in there. It's you'll fall over before you get to the end of the street.
Nah, be fine. Look, I'm gonna wrap my soggy clothes around my face.
You guys going in?
Let's just get your mum out first, and then we can deal with this yellow piece of crockery that's causing all this issue.
Cool. So as you guys, are you running in? Or are you going in carefully? What are you guys doing?
Here, you know when you do a big fart and you light a match to get rid of the smell? Could you do that with this? If I light a torch, I've got two here, one for me, one for you, always prepared, don't we? If we light a torch, do you think it could burn away some of this stuff? Worth a try, innit?
Yeah. I could always throw one. If that helps.
Yeah. Always makes me happier throwing something. Don't suppose you have a flint and tinder, do you? Mislaid mine.
I've got a crowbar.
I'll drag it along the cobbles to make some spark.
I've got a light if you need it.
I've got this weird box as well that
Oh, that'd be it. That'd be
It-
it. That'd be it,
yeah.
Ernie.
It's got a little fire thing inside. It's very
Yeah.
clever. It's
Oh, this is how you use it.
it lives
gonna-
inside.
Light Ernie. I light a torch for me and Ernie in the hope that it'll burn some of the miasma away from us and give us a bit of a chance at getting to
Are you carrying it or are you chucking it ahead of yourselves?
carrying it, wafting it around.
As you go in, do you want to do some Constitution saves to
Yeah,
hold
absolutely.
your breath?
Let's turn off disadvantage. Do. Oh, crikey! You might have to carry me along, Ernie. I got a 7.
A 7
19.
and a 19. Kurt, you, after the end of maybe the first street, begin to cough and splutter, and Ernie ahead of you, as Kurt to the side of you is spluttering, you can see a shadow in the fog. And as the shadow gets closer, it has the distinct and unique silhouette of your mum.
Oh, would you look at that? That shadow looks very similar to my mum. What are the chances of that? I might wait.
Yeah, Ernie, I can't really breathe very well. It's a little difficult here.
Just stop. Stop breathing. It's not
Oh yeah,
hard.
oh yeah. Stop breathing.
Yeah.
As Kurt starts to slowly turn purple. Your mother starts to get closer, Ernie, slowly moving in the fog. And instead of the traditional return moo cry, you instead hear.
Well, she doesn't normally make that noise unless it's the middle of the night and there's a man over. I better go and see what's wrong. Kurt, could you stop doing that colour? It scares me.
What?
Are you leaving Kurt where they are, Ernie, and heading over to your mum?
I'd never leave Kurt behind.
Are you dragging him further in? It's going to be probably 1d6 of, let's call it acid damage for Kurt, as the fog begins to penetrate Kurt's slight unfortunate level of defenses.
Oh dear.
Or 4 points of acidic damage.
4 points of acid damage.
Wasn't expecting that. And
Kurt, come on, it's my mum. It normally really. Oh
Yeah.
wait, I see what's wrong. Hang on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of mine.
Take a deep breath.
as you inhale the carbon monoxide from Ernie, the figure of your mum comes closer through the mist, and unlike her usual staggering, haggard form, she instead has a slightly more staggering, more haggard form. Pale skin and green eyes as she lumbers towards you, appears almost sightless.
Yeah, your mum's eyes aren't normally that colour. They're normally the brightest shade of red.
She's got her makeup on. There must be someone posh coming to town.
He's coming to give you a hug. He really loves you.
She does.
If
Are you all right there? Or do you need to get some air?
Are you talking to me or your mum?
Who knows?
I'm alright. I'm feeling better now that my skin's all tingly though. Feels a bit-
Mum, coming at me with Kurt. Coming at me with Kurt a minute. He's not feeling too good.
You guys are staying in. Do you want to give us another Constitution save?
Oh God, no, we don't. Come on. 8.
Wow.
12. As both of you begin to, well, Kurt, you are still struggling.
I'm
and
dissolving.
very close to getting more damage. Ernie, you're starting to lose your breath now, as the lumbering figure of your mother kind of like lunges towards you, and you can see, rather than the nice kind hug that she often gives, she looks like she's trying to gnaw on you. And you can see two other sets of green eyes in the distance starting to slowly come closer.
Whoa.
Yeah, Ernie, this ain't your mum, is she? Your mum don't not know. Yeah.
Dangerous
this ain't
territory.
I think I don't get the vibes that friendly, lovely, loving vibes I get from your mum from this lady. Madam, how can we help you? You look like you're lost.
And Kurt, you receive another 2 points of acid damage as the fog continues to burn away at you. As the Ernie's mother, you recognise as, begins to try and gnaw at you, Ernie. What's your AC, Ernie?
16.
16. It does not manage to break through your defenses, but it's just gnawing basically on your pauldrons are up there. What's that one called? Braces. I know Ernie's now. Yeah, he's chewing on your waistcoat, I guess.
Well, hang on a minute, Mum. We got to move. Hang on, Kurt. I'm looking a bit woozy. Kurt, come on, Kurt.
Yeah.
Kurt, did I ever tell you, Kurt, that you're my spirit animal?
Yeah, I'm your spirit animal. Well, did I ever tell you, Ernie, that I've been in love with you since I were a little boy? And
Well, I've been
I
in love
never had
with me
the
since I was a little boy as well.
opportunity to tell you, have I? So, here, why don't we get your mum out of this fog and sit down for a cup of tea, maybe?
Well, yeah, we could do. It's
Start dragging.
I don't know. Well, I'm torn now between emotional conflict and breathing.
Choose breathing, I reckon.
Yeah.
We can do the conflict later, can't we? Yeah. Gonna start dragging his mum out of the fog.
Cool. So as you
come on, Mum,
make your way out of the fog, it's further to go than you've been in as the fog has continued to expand. But eventually, you see the outline of Hob eagerly looking into the fog, and then as he sees you waving, and then recoiling in horror as he sees you dragging your mum with you. He's obviously been to for a few visits now.
Oh, this is like the time you left the lid off the kettle, isn't it? Do you remember all the water vapour in the house?
Not hard.
you think that's what it was? I didn't actually take the kettle off the stove back in the cave.
Oh no, you left the kettle on. Oh no. Traevus is going to have Argos for Golters. Come along, Mrs. Ernie.
As you take a deep breath.
I know you love me, but can you stop gnawing on my belt a second? Like we've got important things to do.
And out of the fog and in the light of dim lit day, you can see like the monstrous form of your mum, Ernie. She's like, ah. It seems a little bit calmer, and the green seems to have dimmed a little bit. But it's definitely still a strange, monstrous version of your mum. And Hob is like, oh, what? Is that, who? What's happened?
Well, we went in there, and it turns out that Kurt can't hold his breath.
No, I've been practicing.
Yeah, and then we found my mum, and then we came back.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you can't hold your breath that far, you're barely one street. It's a lot further to the warehouse. And
Not longer.
What's going on with your mum? Is she okay? Does she normally look
if
like
you
this?
want to go and try, or you can if you want.
I couldn't get past that window, but how about this idea you had of... Well, I've been thinking whilst you were gone, and I heard you coughing, and I heard the horrific screams coming from the fog. Reminded me of scary things, and there's no magician or wizard in the town, but there is always the witch of the cave.
What witch of what cave? The cave that we swam out of? There weren't no witch in that cave.
Wetside. When I was a kid, we used to tell that there was a witch that lived in a cave. We were told always to avoid it and not go near it, but maybe she'll have some magic that we can...
Yeah, but we can't do that because you just said to avoid it, not go near it.
But maybe this, and then looking at your mum, maybe this is worse. Sorry, that feels very harsh for Hob, but he's trying to be nice.
So
your
what,
mum's
if
worse.
if we go and visit this witch of the cave, do you reckon we could be a guard?
If we can save the town from whatever this is, I'm hoping to maybe get promoted away from marching up and down the docks, and a bit of a better route. Perhaps you two could be in good stead.
Oh, yeah, I like the docks, I do. There's pies. We get to see the little pie dragon every so often, which always makes me smile.
Oh yeah. She always waves on the bike.
Yeah. Didn't see her when the other two came in. Alright,
No. That was strange.
it was strange, I didn't think of it at the time. Alright, what are we going to do about your mum, though?
And just to be like...
Well, we can't leave her here, can we? So we have to come along.
We can't expect your mum to go over to meet the witch of the cave.
It can be a difficult climb. It's off the coast.
I know. You remember what Haskins, whatever his name is?
Hutchins.
Hutchins said, if ever there's a trouble and you don't understand what to do, to bring the person to him. So Hob, can we take my mum to Hutchins and leave him in the room, and then he'll know what to do.
No, Hutchins is probably in a worse condition than you guys are, than your mum is. Sorry, I do have some restraints though. We could leave her here if I tie her up, maybe.
She could get out of them. She's done it hundreds of times.
She's had so much practice at that.
Yeah.
She's a solid second there. That was very good. Well, she's quite small, and you guys are quite big. Maybe you could
look.
Make
Hob, I've heard all of these conversations before, Hob.
Maybe you could make like a carry pack for her or something.
Oh, we could carry her on our back. Yeah, we could do that, can't we?
Yeah. Or I could just smack her over there with a crowbar.
Last time you did that, your mum had some pretty nasty words to say to you when she woke up.
Well, yeah, that's true, but this feels important, Kurt.
All right.
It is. Whatever we're doing, we need to do it soon. The fog is still expanding. See, like it's still rolling towards at a visible pace.
All right then. Tell you what, I'll do it because no son should have to hit his mother more than once. And I'm gonna use my fist and I'm gonna club Mrs. Ernie unconscious.
The elder Miss Ernie is it's like snarls at you and then just goes knocked out.
All right then. So easier than I thought. Your mum's not too hard to take out, is she?
No. To be honest, it's quite easy to get her on her back. A lot of the dads said that to me, and yeah, it's true. She's always asleep, likes to sleep.
All right, so we got to see the witch of the cave. Not the witch of the woods, the witch of the cave.
Yeah, the witch of the wood. That would be great, but it's too far away. The witch of the cave is much closer.
All right, witch of the cave it is. Which cave is it?
The witch cave. This way, come on.
Are you coming with us?
Yes, we need to get. I've been.
Oh,
told...
I thought you were staying here.
No, we've been told to sort out the fog, and I've got to do my duty.
All right then, let's go.
It does make more sense considering he knows where the cave is, and we don't.
Oh, well, I thought I was, just going to rely on my travel sense, which is very acute. As we're travelling, can I use second wind, please?
Yes, you can do. You can use
Because-
your fighter features.
Owie, owie, owie.
Yeah, you've been beaten quite badly for 0 combat interactions thus far.
Yep.
You use your second wind and get a bit of a breather as you
Yeah.
dash across the town, along the dock front, to the very ends, the very furthest wetwood docks. And
Very badly on my second wind.
you get to the end, and you can just about see as the waves wash in and wash in big kind of sprays against the rocks, a small shadow of what might be a cave.
Oh, he's right close. I didn't know it was there.
Well, I've never been there myself. I just heard stories of it. I've had a friend who said he went there once. He said something slithered around there. I wasn't very excited about going there after that, and he seemed very scared. So we've just not been. But we're grown-ups now, right? We can do this. We can
Yeah, we're grown-ups. We can do it. I remember the story of that sailor that came in on one of them boats. He said he needed a cure for the for his headache, and he went. And I don't remember him ever coming back. I think I don't know which witch he went to though. It could be the cave witch, could be the woods witch, could be the swamp witch, could be the wetwoods witch.
The desert witch is the one to watch out for certain.
Oh, the dessert witch is worse, I've heard.
I like dessert.
Secrets history of Miss Flowerpenny unlocked.
Oh!
Achievement in the corner.
Achievement obtained. Da-da-da-da.
It's difficult to clamber over the wet rocks, but eventually you get to this spraying entrance of a small cave, like a small opening in the rock. But you can see what appears to be candle lights inside. There's several large stepping stones leading in, and Hob will look and be like, I guess we go in then.
Yeah, seems it's just like playing upscotch when we were kids, isn't it? Yeah, stepping stones. What's the worst that can possibly happen?
Get eaten by a witch, I guess. And he gives you a big smile, and off I go. Kind of gets ready to go.
Nah, you don't. You don't have to go first. You want to send your underlings in first. That is the first Dark Lord's rule. You send in your underlings first. All right?
We're the underlings.
Oh yeah. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound again. Here, I'll go first. I don't mind.
Cool. You can.
I've got to go first too. I can't.
You've got to go first.
Can't let Kurt go in on his own.
Do you want to do either athletics or acrobatics checks that make your way across these little stepping stones?
I'm gonna do athletics. Oh please, come on, gods of randomness.
An 8.
7.
And a 7. You both
We are
jump
doing it together though.
simultaneously.
It's technically a 15.
And both splash down in the water immediately. The cold sea water once again. Clamber out, go to the next one, and the exact same thing happens again as you manage to hop splash your way across the other side. As Hob watches on in despair.
I never understood this type of path. I always thought it'd be better to be on the dry bit rather than stepping between the wet bits. But
Do you reckon that's what we're doing wrong?
I'm not an art road man.
Or what if there's traps on the old stones there? We've just avoided all of
the
them.
traps. We're not on
We've
the
just
trap.
avoided all of them traps, haven't we?
Oh, that is big thinking.
Yeah, it is thinking.
from back at
We got
the
this.
first stone, Hobbs. Are you guys okay?
Yeah, we're fine. It's all good. Water's lovely. It's salty.
Oh.
It's burning my acid wounds. Something rotten, but I'm all right.
It was
I'll
only
try and
cold
avoid
the
it.
first time. We got a special trick about water you would tell.
Yeah, you got to jump in twice.
Shoot, Kurt.
I'm going to
Kurt,
try and not jump
Kurt,
in at all.
what- Can you shut up? I'm trying to talk to Kurt. Kurt,
What? Ernie? What?
this man boy thing. Well, I thought he was a boy, but someone
What?
said he was a man.
What? Hob?
Yeah. Why?
Why is
Why are
he
we doing what he
young?
tells us?
You know, because I want to sleep in a real bed. Like that isn't like stolen. And I want to wear proper shoes. I mean, have you seen my shoes? They ain't got no soles in my shoes. I ain't had no soles for 5 years now. And I can't afford any soles. And I want a
What?
sole.
Well, I thought that's what shoes were meant to look like.
No, they're not. They're not. They got bottoms on the bottom of the shoe, and they're called soles. And I want to eat food that's
I just
That's
draw.
warm.
I dip my finger in the water and I draw lines in the bottom of my foot, and that gives you extra traction. Like, the man called it grip. I think he called it. Yeah,
grip.
grip. Yeah, and
Grip.
if you draw on the top, you can make like a rope, and it pulls it tight, and yeah, don't come undone.
Oh, you've got them special shoes, ain't you? Them invisible shoes.
I love the idea that you
Well, no.
guys have got like the rest of the Bad Batch clothes, like just the top of very nice looking shoes, like
Yes.
or there's
Yeah,
Flintstoning
I
it
reckon.
underneath.
I reckon this is our chance, and I reckon I'll nod to Mrs. Ernie in the backpack, with holes cut out for her legs and arms. I reckon Mrs. Ernie, this is our chance to really prove that we're good young men, and we've got a great future ahead of us. I don't think Traevus is ever going to give us that, is he? Traevus
no.
is horrible. I mean, look at what he calls us. I mean, thought it was nice, but then Hobbs been really nice to us, and he's treating us like respected underlings.
I must admit, I get a funny warm feeling when I look at Hob.
Yeah, it makes me tingle. Not as much as when I look at you, though, eh, Ernie? And I'll elbow you.
Yeah, I love me too. Yeah,
Yeah, I love you too.
I love
Right
me
then.
too.
You
Right
see Hob on the far side, stepping back and getting ready to make his first jump and not jump in the water. And as he does,
He's doing it all wrong, isn't he?
you see a red, slimy tentacle wind up out of the water behind him. And just before he manages to make his first jump, it wraps around his leg, and you hear "Ah!" as he slips down face first onto the rock and goes backwards into the water.
That's very funny. That looked like that would really hurt.
Oh no! I bet this is where we've got to rescue the new boss, isn't it? Okay, this is what we were born to do,
Oh, yeah.
Ernie. We were born for this. But I'll
If he
start.
dies, then I guess he can't talk to us and help us anymore, can he?
Not so easily, no. Okay, let's. I mean, what is it? Is it an octopus? Do you think? Do you remember when your mum found an octopus on the beach? It had been washed up for a few days.
Well, I don't know. I thought he was a man. I know he doesn't wear trousers, but I don't think he's an octopus.
Oh, is that, what did we eat then? I don't know. Let's
You hear a wave dip and you hear Hob.
Let's go in and help him. I am literally gonna
He's
launch.
doing that waving thing that everyone does. The two-handed waving.
Here, Ernie, launch me like we practiced, yeah? Launch me.
I like to think that as a fight evolves, that Kurt and Ernie fall into a expert fighting routine through years of working together.
What I will say is that the original Kurt and Ernie were thugs. and thugs get pack tactics. So if you guys are fighting together, you get advantage if you're within 5 feet of each other on your attack rolls and other business.
Nice.
Right, Kurt, it's time. No more messing around. We're going to do position Delta.
Delta, got ya. Got ya.
So are you making your way back across, or what are you guys doing?
I am going to toss Kurt into the fray.
Oh, nice. Do you want to give us
It's my favourite manoeuvre.
an athletics check, Ernie, with advantage?
Advantage. 17.
And I am literally going to cannonball with my fists outstretched. My fists of fury.
Superman.
It's more like what's the guy from He-Man with the springy legs?
Oh yeah.
Lands everything.
You managed to get a perfect arc on Kurt with the fastball special as he makes it over the throwing stones, and you are going to land head first in the water, exactly where Hob went under. And you can see the form of Hob. The water doesn't seem very deep, and you can see Hob and some red thing entwined around them.
Okay.
And you can plunge into the water. You're going two-handed. Head first.
I am absolutely two-handed unarmed strike.
You can make
Pissed.
your attack roll with advantage as you plunge in.
Advantage. Boop. 22.
22 does hit, unsurprisingly.
22 for 6. Oh man, I rolled a. Anyway, 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
6 points of bludgeoning damage, and the tentacle that you smack into loosens around Hob, and you see him look around and immediately begins to swim back to the surface. You have a bonus action if you want to do another punchy punch.
Do I have a bonus action?
You can use your offhand attack.
Ooh,
'Cause
okie dokie.
Fists count as light and finesse and all that business, so you can, I don't know
Even
what
big
finesse is
fists.
Even big fists count as light, so you can do an offhand attack if you wish.
Okay, let's do an offhand attack. Oh, that's an 11 unarmed strike.
An 11. You manage to hit it. You can do your damage.
8 bludgeoning damage, even more than the.
Nice. You just catch it on something, instead of squishy, it feels hard, and the whole surface of it spins. And what does Kurt know about aquatic life?
Kurt knows that some things you eat and taste good, some things you eat when they're fizzy and they taste bad.
Well, Kurt knows that this is some kind of beaked tentacle creature and has punched its beak, but don't quite know what it is.
No.
Whilst this tussle is going on in the water, another tentacle is going to rise out behind you, Ernie, come and strike you with a thwack. Here comes one. For 19 to hit.
Yarp.
For 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are grappled by it as it grabs you. And the same thing is going to try and do to you underwater, Kurt, as another tentacle begins to wrap around you and try and thwack at you. For an 8 to hit.
Mwahahaha. It does not.
As the two of you tussle in the water, it is fine. Where one of these offhand lengthy tentacles is off grabbing Ernie. Ernie, you threw Kurt first, so I guess it's round to you. What are you up to?
I'm going to try and physically break the grapple.
Oh, nice. So it's athletics or acrobatics. You can do either one, whatever works best for you.
13.
It manages to keep hold of you. You stretch against its kind of constricting suckers. It doesn't manage to move you anywhere, but you can feel it pulling you towards the water. But unfortunately, you've not been able to push free of it.
As a bonus action, could I try and sort of throw myself backwards into like a rock or something?
Yeah, go for it. Do a I guess straight up strength check. physically bash it against something.
19.
Nice. You surge backwards, smash it against it, and you maybe Kurt, you'll hear like an underwater like as the tentacle unfurls from you, Ernie, and slivers back into the water. Kurt, under the water with this thing, what are you up to?
I am going to use one of my fists to give it a pummel again, because I hope that on my bonus action I'm going to get a chance to grapple it.
I think as don't you get to
As
just
a
do a grapple
tap and
anyway as part
brawler.
of it? Yeah.
No, it's on a bonus.
Oh, it's
if
a
I
bonus
hit
action,
it
okay.
with an unarmed strike, yeah. So let us see if I can hit it. 19 to hit!
Definitely
5
hits.
bludgeoning damage. And then my bonus action, I am literally going to attempt to grapple it and hold it in a position just above the water. Perfect for
Is that one of
Ernie to come along.
Is that one of its own tentacles you've got against it?
Yes! Absolutely, for sure.
Go for it. Was it contested strength check?
Irony. 17 and an athletics, yeah. It can use strength or it can use dex acrobatic.
Let's try and slip away.
Yeah.
8.
8! It does not!
It is stuck with you as it squeaks and reels. And as you see this thing pulled from the water, both Hob and Ernie, you can probably see it as well. This isn't an octopus, this isn't a giant squid, it's something else like that, but it is not.
Really?
And it is a very strange looking, unusual creature, and it screams loudly.
Oh no! I'm going to use my movement, all my strength, to rise up to the surface of the water, holding this thing prone in a perfect position for Ernie to bullseye it.
Well, Hob is going to also kind of gather himself together. What is that? Draw his sword, and he's going to try and like slash at one of the tentacles that are kind of flailing about. And you hold your breath for a second, Kurt, as the blade goes like very close to your face, not hitting any tentacles. Sorry. Like, readies himself to make a more prepared go.
Oh dear.
It is going to try. It's going to use its action to try and break free of this grapple. So we've got another check. 15. Right.
Do I make
Squeeze
another
free,
check,
Kurt.
or- Do I make another check on that?
Yes.
Okay. Natural 20.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
And it
Nice.
flings around, tries to get free, looking a lot like Ernie's mum.
This just helps me position it even more. Like, I've lined up its sensitive spots for you. I don't know what they would be.
As you feel it trying to get away. But yeah, Ernie, it has been lined up for you. What are you up to?
I'm going to take a second wind as a bonus action, just as a catch for breath kind of.
Nice.
You know, it's
gonna roll
1d10
Yeah.
plus 2 fight level, isn't it? 2. 5.
5 points of health back. Very nice.
And then, as a well-oiled fighting machine, calling back to all the times that we were in that cave and we were just throwing up these precious things in the air, and I was hitting them like a out the cave window into the sea. I'm going to be spinning around with a club, and I'm just going to be like,
Go for it. Do your attack with advantage.
like it was one of those priceless things that we were. 13.
And just like, what damage did you get?
11.
Definitely hits.
Bludgeoning.
Excellent stuff. And just like one of those precious things, Kurt, you feel it slip from your fingers as Ernie basically kind of golf fours it off into the sea, and you see this whole lengthy form like trail behind and splash into the water. And it sinks down into the ocean, and it is gone. You have defeated whatever that was.
Ooh.
That was really fun. Shall I go and get it and we can play again?
Hob stands next to you, like
fun.
out of breath, like, that was very impressive, boys.
Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like doing things like that.
Yeah, hitting things.
Yeah, hitting things up. I like grappling with things and stopping them moving.
Yeah, all that grappling and wrestling in the
That we
cave.
did
kind
in
of
the cave.
paid off. Yeah.
You were good,
Yeah.
weren't it? Yeah.
He'll
Yeah,
look at you both like
sometimes.
wide-eyed, like, oh my god, near-death experience.
All
Well, I
right.
guess
To the witch, yeah?
out of the frying pan into the fire, or out of the water into the wet cave.
Into the
I don't know.
okay. That
We
don't
ain't
work,
got time
does
for
it?
dinner.
No.
Don't think. No, we ain't got time for dinner.
I'm hungry though. So I hope that weren't no pet.
So, as you safely or unsafely, depending on how you decide, make your way across these stepping stones once more, you find yourselves in the mouth of the cave.
Oh. Well, this is quite homely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
The wind kind of howls through this long, echoing set of stairs that lead up as you hear the water washing behind you.
Quite roomy. Got a lot of room.
How do they keep all these candles alight?
It might be magic.
Yeah, everything's magic, innit?
Bob
Magic.
seems afraid at the idea of magic candles a little bit.
Magic candle's good, just means you don't have to go and light them all yourself. Could be a fire hazard though, doesn't it?
Any
Alright,
ideas?
let's go
What should we
in.
do?
We just walk in like we always do and say, you know, hello? Hello? Anyone there, Mrs. Witch? Madam Witch? Madam Wood Witch? No, is it the Wood?
Okay.
Yeah, the Wood Witch. Madam Wood Witch.
I thought it was Hag.
No, I don't think that's. No, do you remember that one
Echoes
time
around
when
this
that man
cave.
called your mum a hag and she scolded him out the house and said, "Don't come back until next week."
Oh yeah, that was a classic.
That's Rev, your mum. She didn't like that hag coming.
Yeah, no, she forgave him. He came back at the weekend.
She did.
Yeah, she didn't make him wait a week. She's good like that. She's always forgiving people.
Very generous, isn't she? Always giving. Yeah, Mrs. Madam Woodwitch.
Are you guys
it's
heading up the stairs?
Ernie and Kurt, can we come in, please? I'll knock 3 times on the door lintel.
There's no response in the echoing cave. Hob will say, I think I remember someone saying their name was Nilfred, I think.
Nilfred?
Yes.
Milfred.
I don't.
Madam Nilfred? Do you mind if we come on up?
And
Hooey!
as you say that, a sudden kind of thrust of wind comes up the tunnel behind you, kind of pushing you up the stairs further.
Here, I suppose that's an invitation, isn't it?
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, it's hopeful like. I mean, how often do you get dragged up the stairs? Okay, it's not Ernie's mum, but that's quite often, isn't it?
Well,
Behind, she's just like Hob,
Yeah, we'll go.
Hob like one step behind, like trying to avoid getting mauled by Ernie's mum. At the top of the cave, top of the stairs opens up into a cave with large, what looks like deep puddles of water under the floorways, where the floor surface would be. Looks like water almost. And behind you, you hear a very unpleasant, wet slapping noise rapidly approaching.
She reminds me of your mum again.
yeah, Hob. We ain't got time for that, Hob. We don't even know what she looks like yet.
Oh, okay, look smart. A lady's always like a gentleman to look smart. So your mum told me.
Do I look smart? Do I look smart? Oh, okay.
You look beautiful. You look handsome. Handsome as a handsome thing. Like every morning the sun rises and it's got your face. So,
I do appreciate the fact that every morning I wake up and you're just staring into my face. It really makes me feel part of this world, knowing that you're there.
Calms me right down, it does.
Second I wake up, your face is actually in my face, telling me that I'm looking good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
always.
As you're discussing your appearance, the loud slapping noise, sloshing noise gets closer and closer from behind you down the tunnel.
The tunnel we've just come from.
Yes. And
okay.
You feel a sudden rush of wind as well as a spray of water as the long red tentacle thing that you had yeeted off spirals around the cave inside over your heads and sploosh into the water in front of you.
Yeah, it's that thing again.
Yay! We get to smack it again.
I'd really rather you didn't, darlings. A voice echoes down the cave ahead of you.
Ew, was that the tentacle thing talking? Or was that something else?
I don't know.
Sorry.
Was that an inside-y voice or an outside-y voice?
Oh, I get them mixed up, don't I?
Yeah.
My baby,
hello.
Sala, says you put up quite a fight.
Yeah, it was really enjoyable. We hope it didn't hurt him too much. Nothing can stand against our double teaming anyone, to be quite honest. We are pretty good.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
I set some up and Ernie here puts them down.
Yeah, sometimes we go a bit better.
Mum, like that.
Well,
is that
not
Madam...
faced everything yet.
Madam Nilfred, I think we need your help. There's something going on in the town and... Well, we've been told that you're the foremost practitioner magician that the town has to offer, and here we are, like, so...
we're going to level with you. I bought my mum, and she normally only puts her makeup on when there's a special visitor, so there's something going on.
So it's like every night from about 10 o'clock in the evening till about 7 in the morning.
Yeah, and then from 7:01 till 9:59.
Till 9:59. Yeah. Every day is a special day in the Ernie household.
Well, let me have a look at you. And you see on the surface of the water a large, wide, maybe the head as broad as your shoulders each, surfaces over the water, just as a pair of eyes with a bald, almost thick-skinned head. And a figure begins to slowly rise from the water, wearing a robe and having a large and maybe unusual form that in the dark you've never quite seen before. As Nilfred presents
I
herself.
don't know. I've seen a lot of forms in the dark before.
Oh my word. Wowzers, Nilfred.
Milfred? Wow.
Nilfred.
Well,
You see whatever that thing is. You okay, Amadan? Hey, there we go, we're back.
Wow. Yeah, hang on. Who turned out the lights?
A wave of darkness washes over you.
Yeah. Here we go. He's back.
I was like, oh, it's a power cut. That doesn't make sense. You're still on webcam.
It was Nilfred
selective-
rising from the pool. Whoa.
You see the thing that you fought swish around her, and she kind of like runs her finger over it slightly. As she lifts her heavy eyes to the two of you, or the four of you technically.
Mm.
Something strange in the city, you say, dear?
Yes, kind of green. You really know how to make an appearance, don't you?
I've been told that before.
Oh, we're quite
Not many
impressive.
have lived to tell the tale.
the thing I don't understand is that puddle's only about that big, and you're like that big.
It's like the gas in
hang
the
on.
bottle, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You've made a link there, Ernie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my brain hurts.
Oh,
Gassy
yeah.
bottles, you say?
yeah. Yeah, there was some yellow bottle and we knocked it over and then this gas came out and it was itching and burning.
Tickled.
And pickled.
Tickled.
Oh, tickled, yeah, tickled. Not pickled. I felt like I was pickled when I was inside the gas.
Itchy and
And
burny. Interesting.
yeah,
Could be
you
a
can't breathe.
number of things.
We thought, as you were yeah, one of them, and we brought my mum along, and she's an expert on itching and burning things.
Yeah, and her eyes have gone green, and they didn't
Your-
used to be green.
No, we thought together we could work it out.
Your mum will have gone a bit quieter since the arrival of Nilfred, and she'll be like trying to look around from like C-3PO, trying to look around but unsuccessfully, but having gone a lot quieter. And Nilfred's huge form will approach you, Ernie, dwarfing even the two of you as she gets closer. Poor baby, can I have a look?
Well,
She's your
yeah.
mum, Ernie.
Oh, what do you think they're going to do? Going to hurt her, are they?
You're not going to hurt Mrs. Ernie, are you? Or take your clothes off. She won't like that.
Oh, no. Nothing so sordid.
All right then, sounds right.
Oh yeah, you can have her. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. No sordidness. It's fine.
Just leave your money on the counter. Yeah, I'll tell you when your time's up.
And as you turn around, Ernie, to present your mother,
Not for the first time.
you feel her go like again, like in almost in shock in front of Nilfred, and she'll go no, darling, and immediately she'll go back to being limp again. Oh yes, I recognize this work. It's a little amateur, but quite effective. Now,
What?
this is something
you
I could.
disrespecting my mother.
No. The cause. I make no comment on you.
What do you reckon? You think you can help us? Because we want to become Ghostmen, and we're not going to become Ghostmen if we don't save the village, like.
The way to stop it is simply to put a lid on whatever's causing it, but there is a difficulty in getting there, I suppose. I could help you get there, but at what price?
What price? Well, normally, what does your mum charge? It's about, it's a couple of 10 silver pieces for a handy.
I hate to admit this, Kurt, but I can't count. I don't know.
Oh, that's all right. I can teach you. I can teach you how to count. Simplest thing. You just use your fingers, don't you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Completely ignoring Madam Nilfred. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple stuff, innit? You've done harder things. You've grown up to be an absolute beautiful gentleman of the town. So.
Oh well, I do appreciate it. Don't forget this is an out of house call.
There's a surcharge, isn't there?
Out of hours as well. Yeah, and
yeah. So I reckon, what would it be? 25 silver pieces.
Yeah.
No interest in your coins. I want to know what you have to offer.
Oh, we got Hob here. Hob.
Oh, I thought you'd. I hope you weren't going to bring me into this. Hello, Nilfred.
Oh, as a representative of the town, you must have something to offer more than we do. I mean, I've got a hammer.
I can offer some gold from the city, maybe, if that's what you want. No, I don't care for coins.
What kind of thing do you want then?
What you want, like labour? Like we're good at picking. Oh, you want some scrumberries? Oh no, we can't give you scrumberries. There ain't no scrumberries.
No scrumberries.
There are no scrumberries.
We've got some dead bodies.
That explains a lot. Interesting.
Yeah, Traevus has nicked all the scrumberries. We don't know where he's gone. He goes on a boat somewhere and then comes back with yellow shit.
I doubt this Traevus human is behind this. But
No?
you mentioned service.
Oh, you want us to be your strong arms, but we've promised to Hob. We promised to look. You give us a button.
I hate mine, so you have to wait to see mine. But yeah, I've got one too.
Yeah, with his lawman.
I
With
have
his strong arms.
not an awful lot of use for already indebted. However, the little one seems free, and Hobbs like, I guess maybe I could. What would that mean? Oh, you don't get to know that in advance. I'm afraid it's all part of the surprise.
But what do you mean? Are you gonna, give him a job, or you gonna
I'll give him
eat?
a purpose.
Oh dear.
Well, I don't think he wants a porpoise, but we are a
I can also
seafaring
give him a
village.
porpoise. And she just reaches into her robe and it has a.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Just drops it into the water.
That seems like a big question to me, because, what are you asking for? There are surprises, and then there are bad surprises.
And that little dragon. Do you remember? She liked Hob. I don't think she'd be happy if we broke Hob or lost him.
No, I like Hob as well, to be honest. Not as much as I like you, but Hob is a close second. No.
Is there any
I
other you
could-
could give me?
Well, we can give the button back, I suppose. I could go.
Kurt,
Yeah.
cannot we? Can we have a moment, Milfred?
Of course, of course.
I just wanted.
She lowers back into the water until just her nose and her eyes are above the surface.
Are her eyes slightly reflective of any light?
And there's a porpoise swimming around her head.
And are they unblinking?
Just constantly watching.
Oh,
Kurt,
sugar.
I think I know.
What do you know?
I think I know what this thing wants.
What does he want?
It wants a sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice. I
What, like sacrifice all my money? All your money? I ain't got much money.
well.
Could give it my clothes off my back, I suppose. I mean,
Um,
service
oh.
isn't so bad. What could be wrong with service? I'd rather give our service than Hobbs' service, to be honest, because Hobbs got the responsibility of a town.
Yeah, he's a nice. He's just not just a pretty face, is he? He's
No.
a nice one. He's maybe we should offer to be
Be
the
the sacrifices.
yeah.
Well, I don't want you to be a sacrifice, because I want you
Well,
to go on living and looking after your mum.
Yeah, but we'll be with Mum's here, and
Oh,
we're
she'd be with us. If
we're
we
in
could do that,
we're in
then
a
I'd
cave. We're in a
Well-
cave, which is where we started.
be. Yeah, I don't suppose that makes much. I mean, the
It's-
ground's fairly soft, isn't it?
Is Hob in this conversation with you guys?
Probably could listen.
Okay. He will butt in and out. Is there anybody else maybe that she might take?
Well, I'd be worried about giving her Hutchins, because Hutchins was always craving to be the big boss, and I'm quite happy being an underling, to be quite honest. It's solid, dependable work.
We like being told what to do.
Yeah, the thinking is hurting my head. Here, have this back, and I hand the button back to him.
And Hob will take it with a look of surprise and maybe a little reverence at.
I quite
You're
enjoyed being on the right side of the law for at least a few hours of my life.
Well, you I can't get the button back to you straight away, Hob.
It's okay. I get it. You can
We've
keep
done
it,
this
but I get.
before. It comes out nice and shiny.
I release you from whatever service you've done for me. You've both done me proud. You saved my life. And
Yeah, that was good fun, weren't it? All right, Madam Niflisk, Madam
Milfner.
as she like slowly rises back out the water.
Nilfred, Madam Nilfred. If you would take my service, I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for my partner.
And her like
But,
her
I'm-
heavy gaze turns to you, Ernie.
But I'm happy to offer you my service.
Well, wherever Kurt goes, I go because he's my spirit animal.
Excellent.
And he's my life
Excellent.
partner.
Well, let us seal the deal. She comes over to you, kind of like glides almost on the water, her frame like taking up the whole of the cave almost. And she reaches out one of the like thick, stubby fingers towards you, and touches you on the nose and says, "Boop."
Boop.
And then does the same to you, Ernie. Boop. And the stench of the, well, not the stench of the cave, the smell of the sea air and the unusual kind of like whatever odor is coming from Nilfred, it's just gone. It smells like clean, fresh air. And she leans around and does the same to Hob, and then we'll try to get Ernie's mum without losing a finger. Boop! There we go. Now you've got fresh air for, let's say, a day. You should be able to walk straight through that fog without any problem. Stop it altogether. And then I expect the two of you to come right back here for your service.
All right. Yeah, that sounds fair, doesn't it? Save the village.
Yeah, what? Could we not just send Hob? He's going back that way anyway. My feet hurt.
It won't be a safe journey.
Will Mrs. Ernie be all right? She's looking a bit.
When you look at her, you can see that
Square.
the green is starting to fade already, and her skin is starting to turn back to her normal
Oh,
colour.
Ernie, you can't see your mum. She's coming back. I
Oh.
reckon she's gonna be all right.
We better take her home before she
Yeah,
realises
'cause-
she's outside.
Yeah, she don't like travelling outside too much without her fancy clothes off. Oh,
She does say if she's vertical for too long, she gets a bit sick.
yes, it makes her giddy, don't it? And then
Yeah.
no one is safe. Grabby hands. You've discovered the grabby hands, ain't you? Real grabby hands. All right, let's do this.
Off you go! And she kind of like whisks you, and then slowly blows back into the water again. And Hob will, yeah, let's go save the town.
Yeah, I remember the lid came off. We've pretty stupid of us not to put it back on when we scarpered from you, weren't it?
And we can turn the kettle off. I think the kettle will be done by then.
The kettle's probably could do with a cup of tea, to be honest. Let's go.
Yeah.
So as you make your way down outside of the cave, looking back to the town, you can now only see a few of the buildings remaining. As
Oh my gosh.
the fog has begun to completely embellish the whole town. And you can still see shadows moving in between these human-sized shadows moving amongst the paleness of
Alright.
the fog.
Let's-
Hob will look at you and think, well, I guess we just go?
I reckon so. I mean, why don't we run? Well, walk pretty fast, you know. And hope we get there and turn the smoke off, and the job will be a good one, and hopefully things will all be okay.
And Hob will, yeah, great. We can do it, right?
Yeah, of course we can. Of course we can.
Well, yeah,
We've got the
well-
blessings of the wood witch, haven't we?
Milfred.
And as you begin running, it doesn't take, after clambering back over the rocks and onto the docks itself, it doesn't take long before you're in the thickness of the fog and surrounded by white. And as you sprint, you see sets of green eyes go whooshing past you every now and then.
Oh my word.
And as you leave the dockside and get into the more narrow...
Wasn't that French breaker dude? Of course.
I've always thought he was a little bit dodgy, to be honest. You know, he cooks people. He cooks and puts them in his pies.
Yeah, I heard that. It's nasty business.
He's chewing on a ladle. And as you leave the dock, kind of the wider dock area into the narrow streets, you see much more of these figures in the streets, and they're being reaching and grabbing at you as you're running past. What are you guys doing as these things go? Reaching.
Batting them away. I don't mind being in the front, fisting everyone as I go past, booping them, hopefully gently, and then I make way for Ernie, who's behind, and Hub can ring up the rear.
We're doing the cheese wedge manoeuvre.
Absolutely. Fist forward.
You fist them left and right, and I'll better.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they're off balance.
As these strikes are coming at you, do you want to do some attack? Do you want to do an attack roll, Kurt, if that's what you're doing for your to keep these things away?
Let's do it now.
Ernie, are you giving assistance, or are you doing your own attack rolls as part of your?
Hey, I get advantage because my pack mate is next.
Oh, you
to
do?
me.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, we're working in tandem.
Cool.
Yep. Kurt knocks them off balance, and I just knock them over.
Give us a couple of attack rolls as you guys are sprinting through the streets.
21.
Nice.
Not bad.
Ooh, 11.
Excellent stuff. So the hordes kind of zombie in towards you, and between your fists and your great club, you manage to bash them back, knock them over, and the crowds go falling apart. As you get towards the warehouse district, the area is even more compact, and eventually you open out into the front of the Bad Batch warehouse, and you see not the regular kind of sized looking fog zombies that you've been facing, but huge, the size of you, gathered around the door of the warehouse. They are, you recognize, fellow members of the Bad Batch. How are you guys getting past these into the warehouse?
Was there any alternative routes into the warehouse? Because
there's one that you know.
By the cave.
Yeah.
Is that difficult to get to?
It's a swim. So you can try to do the swim again, but you don't know what the situation is in terms of getting to the docks. There's also, I guess you could try and climb on the roof through one of them.
There's the window, isn't there?
Yeah, are there any lower windows that we can just break and get in that way?
There's no lower windows. There's definitely the one that Traevus looked out of, maybe a couple more on that height. It's a story of
was. Look over at the houses nearby. Are there any houses that are right close to the upper window that we could leap across to, or is there anything we can climb? Any boxes that we can pile up?
There'll definitely be crates all over the show if you want to start doing that.
Alright, here, let's get some crates and go in through it via that window. What do you reckon? I don't feel like going up against them super.
Yeah, that's that lot that Traevus hired, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially not with your mum in your backpack. I don't think I'd like to go fighting with her in the middle of us. Okay.
And as you look to each other, you've all got like this circle of clarity around you in the fog, like almost like a dome of like a astronaut helmet type thing.
Oh wow!
A what?
Like a space? No, not even
fish
space.
bowl.
It's like you've got a bubble around your head.
Oh, yeah, you've got a fishbowl on your head.
Oh, fishbowl, that's much better.
Brings out the colour of your eye.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
As you begin shifting these crates,
fishbowl on your head more often as we shift in the crates.
You gain the attention of some of these larger looking things. They start lumbering towards you. Hob will stand in front of you like, I'll try and hold them off if you want to keep moving the crates.
Alright, well, let's move a bit faster, shall we?
Got to do an athletics check, Kurt, to try and like speed him up. And Ernie, are you helping Kurt? Or are you helping Hob?
Gonna. Don't know. He doesn't know he's torn.
Okay, you help Hob, and let's see how fast I can do this.
Cool.
My accent keeps changing. I don't know where I come from anymore. I got a 12 on athletics.
12. Cool. Yeah, you keep moving the crates along. Meanwhile, Hob and Ernie, one of these things keeps coming, is lunging towards you. Do you want to do? What are you trying to do? You trying to attack them? You trying to?
Trying to push them back, not
Push them back? Cool.
not cause damage, just keep them.
You want to do a strength check? And seeing you maybe take your great club in a less, I'm going to kill you kind of stance, Hob will follow suit, and he'll give you advantage on the strength check. He'll try and help out.
22.
22.
Wowza.
Yeah, this lumbering like green giant of a zombie comes towards you, and it's like almost falls on you, but with easy strength, Ernie, you manage to just like push him all the way back, and you see him toppling with his arms wide, on his back, but continuing to have his arms in the air like a zombie, but like just rolling around on his back. Meanwhile, the crates have been piled up.
All right then, let's go. I'm gonna go to the top. I'm gonna take out my light hammer. It's a light hammer. It's like a very large toffee hammer, and I'm gonna smash the window with it.
Nice.
Safely.
Small smash. The window is open.
Yep. I'm gonna run it around all the edges. No health and safety violations here. And go through it.
Traevus there. He might have suggested that perhaps the window was open.
It didn't occur to me. Smashing the window.
It's way more.
Breaking in is more my style.
And like trying to get a perfectly sized shape through a perfectly sized hole. Kurt and Ernie just about fitting through the window as Hob comes tumbling after you. As the crate is surrounded by these large, chunky zombies from the fog. And in front of you, you can see the bookcase has been like jarred open. Looks like it's been forced open. And there are a few guard armored looking zombies kind of like milling about in the warehouse.
Alright then, what do you reckon? Do you think we can sneak through here?
Well, I don't know. I just don't know. What do we force our way through? I've never planned on running into this room. I normally just thought they're running away from this room.
How about I distract them. I'm like, oi, boys, you always wanted a piece of this. And while they're doing that, why don't you like racing and put the lid on, and then you come back out and help me.
What?
Yeah,
what?
and I'll just.
I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving you.
All right,
if we do Operation Daisy Chain, I'll link arms with Kurt.
And we race through them. Thought
Yeah.
that was Operation Bulldog.
Oh.
And knock them all down.
Oh well, yeah. Well, yeah, I'll take your lead.
Operation Daisy Chain was when we did the thing at the end. You know the thing? You remember the thing?
Oh yeah.
And I don't think the thing.
Yeah, that tickled. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's the right situation for the thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hob lid.
Come on, let's go.
All right, we're gonna bowl them all over, are we? Hand in hand, Tamu and Louising.
Juggernaut.
You go juggernauting through, knocking over zombie guard after zombie guard, crunching on the bones of fallen skeletons from before. You manage to clear a path as Hob runs immediately behind you, and maybe when you get to the bookcase, ducks under your arms and into the gap in the thingy and starts looking around frantically for the lid. Where is it? What does it look like?
It's yellow. It's ugly. It looks like
Everything in here
like
is yellow and ugly.
a teapot without a spout, done it?
And you hear him just kind of like smashing things and trying to look around.
Here, I'm coming through. Hold the thought a second.
And you
and
can
I
see,
poke my head round and point it out.
yeah, very easily you can see both the kettle on the boil and the lid as the fog emanates from the jar over towards the kettle, which is still steaming, shooting the fog out everywhere.
It was our fault. It was our fault.
Massively spreading out the fog in a strange chemical reaction with this magical thing, and quickly running
I knew
over.
we shouldn't have used that endless water jug to make our tea.
The endless kettle. It's good. That's a good item. Hob runs over, switches off the kettle, and then runs over to the lid.
Priorities.
In panic, he struggles to get this perfectly sized lid onto this. Very easy thing to do, but he's stressing. Wait, I've got it. And almost like cutting off a waterfall, the fog just stops, and the lack of waterfall flows following the pattern, and you see all the fog just begin to dissipate immediately. And on the floor, where there were a bunch of coughing, spluttering green-eyed zombies, starts to look very, very ill-looking human guards on the floor, kind of spluttering.
These were the guards.
As you get to the door to the window, you can see that the whole town, the fog, is very quickly and very rapidly relieved.
Well, that went all right,
we did
didn't
it.
it?
We did it.
We did it. We saved the town. I've done something good for the first time in my life. That
What?
feels good. Feels good. It feels sad though. I don't know why. Okay.
Well, we got to face some music now, haven't we? We've done some bad things.
Yeah, I suppose we have. All right then. So I think our job here is done. So we're going to deposit your mum back at home, and I hope we can visit her in the future.
Why am I on your back, Ernie?
Oh, we were meant to. Hello, Mrs. Ernie. We were meant to take.
I'm not supposed to see you for another couple of days.
Don't know what you mean, Mrs. Ernie.
Sorry, Mum. Oh, yeah.
Where are we? Is that gold? Pick it up, Ernie. Come on.
No, it's not gold, Mrs. Ernie. It's junk. All right, we're going to take you home, and then we got some stuff to do, haven't we? Hob, it was amazing working with you, and fine, upstanding gentleman. I'm glad to have had the opportunity.
Yeah, I've never respected someone with no trousers on so much in my life, to be honest.
You've both been wonderful. I will talk to the captain and make sure that he knows everything you've done to save this town. You two are heroes. I'm so sorry that you've got to do whatever it is that Nilfred thing wants. Your sacrifice will be remembered.
Might be fine, you never know. I hope to see you in the future.
We've got through worse, yeah.
If we don't, then yeah. All right then, let's deposit Mrs. Ernie. I think we're late for one of your. What is it? The 2 o'clock appointment. We're late.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not good.
No.
Why is everyone lying on the floor? What's going on?
Don't worry, Dad. Everything's fine.
So as Kurt Ernie deposits back to a fruititious. What's the word I'm thinking of? Fruititious? It's not the word. What's the word I'm thinking? Fruitful. Bloody hell. I've gone for way longer than I'm used to going.
Fruititious is awesome.
Fruititious. Good lord. After a fruitful leaving Ernie's mum to a fruitful rest of the day, Kurt and Ernie, having walked back through the town, seeing everybody recover and kind of get themselves back together, make your way back to the cave of the witch, and up to Nilfred, and everything all good, I suppose.
Yeah, it worked like a charm. It was amazing. Everyone's okay.
Oh, very, very good.
Yeah, so we're here because we promised, like, and
We
we
are
ain't
men of our word.
we ain't so bad as we don't honour a promise when we give it.
Well, I have a task for you both. You seem like capable boys. I'm looking for a gem.
Gem, like a jewel.
It'll appear as a gem or a jewel. It is, in fact, if you can discern the difference, a crystal. A glowing crystal.
Glowing
soft
crystal.
blue.
Soft blue glow. Gonna get me pencil and a bit of tiny sodden paper out. Soft blue glowing crystal.
And when you find it, I want you to bring it to me.
Where was this crystal seen last?
It is near. It is
Near.
somewhere.
Near somewhere.
It is in the ownership of someone who might seem like they don't belong here.
Seem like they don't belong. Outsider, someone from Drywoods.
Yeah, I don't mean to be rude, but that weird tentacle beak thing don't look like it belongs.
Oh, that's my little baby. He's offspring of a local creature.
What's his name?
The creature, the pet.
Yeah.
Salah. I think they said before.
Oh, yeah, Sailor. Yeah, he was really strong. He put up a really good fight.
Yeah.
So, glowing crystals near.
Sorry, not blue. It's a yellow glowing crystal.
Yellow glowing crystal.
A yellow
Crosses
glowing
out
crystal.
blue. It's yellow.
I sense it's
And
near.
it's near.
It's
How many miles away, you reckon?
a strange feeling. It feels like it's something that shouldn't be here, but it is.
And we'll know it when we see it.
Oh, you won't mistake this.
Alright.
But until then, you're free to live your lives.
Really? So it could be guards?
If you want to. As long as it's something that helps you find.
Oh, alright.
I don't think we're going to find it stuck in one room, though, are we? So maybe we'll have to.
That's a really good. Maybe we should go out and be like local adventurers, maybe, you know, going out and finding it. Do we get paid at all? Got no money, you see. Got no shoes.
Maybe there'll be somewhere around here you can stay.
That would be really, really, really awesome of you.
She waves to you to follow as the camera pulls out and you guys follow Nilfred into the cave, and you just see a little glimpse of what appears to be a very well decorated little like master bedroom with a huge like beautifully laid out bed and a small platter onto it. And she kind of casually just like waves them into the room and kind of makes her way deeper into the cave.
Is that a flower penny pastry? I've had one of those before.
And she just laugh at me. You mortals and your things. Kind of waves you. Maybe
There's
not
a
mortals.
bed.
Mortals is a strong word.
There's a bed.
Well,
There's one bed.
I don't know about you, Kurt, but I'm done. I'm tired. I just want to sit down. You know.
Yeah, you have a lie down. I'll watch you. I'll make myself a cup of tea.
Watch.
Yeah. I always feel safer when you're inch from my face while I sleep. It makes me feel.
Yeah, I'll watch you.
And so, yeah, we leave Kurt and Ernie resting up after a very busy day. Finishing from what they were previously doing was just watching watching an empty room. They had a very busy day. And I've been tasked by the Cave of the Witch to find a glowing yellow crystal.
Boy, oh boy.
In the meantime, they can stay in rather nice lodgings in the Witch's Cave if they want to.
Fantastic. This is
Put the kettle on, Kurt. Put the kettle on.
Yeah, putting the kettle on.
Cue wave 2 of the fog. But yeah,
believe
sorry,
the course
that went a bit
was
longer than
hard.
expected. Sorry, but I hope you guys enjoyed it.
That was fun.
Weird little side story in Green Bay, in Scrumby. Sorry.
That's good. Enjoyed that.
Yeah. So next week we should have hopefully a full team as we return to the boat that wrecked Ernie and Kurt so badly on their way out from the cave. We will be on that boat, fingers crossed, with the crew as they. I was making a very hopeful narrative decision that the boat will be leaving in the next session. It's got to go. So yes, we will be returning for that with Ghost of Sunny, who's been hanging out in chat. I hope you're doing well, Ghost of Sunny. But thank you to everybody who's been hanging out with us today, and thank you to our wonderful players who have taken the parts of two very strange minor characters and brought them to wonderful life. I really, really enjoyed it. Starting with RevTed. Thank you, RevTed, for embodying Ernie. And your first time being a fighter, you said, right?
Yeah. I played a fighter in Pathfinder, but not in Dungeons and Dragons.
Was it a huge difference? I mean, there wasn't a huge amount of fighting in this, to be fair.
No, it's the fight evasion techniques as usual. So, but no, it's good fun.
And where can we find the wonderful RevTed when we need to?
I occasionally make videos on YouTube under the Revivify flag. It's strange. I never thought I got into character, but being Ernie, I just can't seem to function. So, is that method acting? Or...
It's also very late. We're like almost an hour later than we normally do. So it's fair enough. I was also starting to like lose words and names of things. Like fruitify or whatever it was I said before. Fruititious. Yeah. It was a very fruititious session, so I enjoyed it a lot. And also the wonderful Amadan, thank you for joining us today.
Hello,
bringing Kurt to
everyone.
life.
That was super fun. We had no idea what to expect. Totally surprised by Kurt and Ernie. What happened naturally. Amazing. And worrying.
Yeah, they both did an amazing job. I before the session, because there are characters in the world and NPCs, I was like, you guys can just know stuff and we'll roll with it because it's fun, collaborative storytelling. And you both did amazingly, and I really, really enjoyed it. Especially about half the plot points that we lingered on were all stuff that you guys had come up with. It was great. Really, really enjoyed it.
That was cool.
You've now got to remember everything that happened as canon in case you ever meet Kurt and Ernie again.
Oh, we'll be meeting Kurt and Ernie again. Don't you?
Excellent.
I'm gonna have to try. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like adjust my roleplay with them now to match your characters, which is going to be a challenge.
Be awesome.
So yes, that's been wonderful. Oh, I have been JStation64. Thank you for joining me. You can find me on Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. where I'm playing Rayman 2. It's really fun. The Great Escape. It's a 3D platformer, and it's way more fun than I remembered. I remember it being good, but it's actually really, really fun. As well as some of the weird random streams. I think tomorrow I'm going to do Viewfinder. Great, really good game.
Yes.
Really satisfied my weird game Jones for a while on that and Paper Tour, which is a recommendation from RevTed, which is great. So yeah, come and join us for that. And also, I think I've recorded. I know I say this all the time, but one of close to the last Jurassic Parks. So come and join me for that. I say that all the time, but come and join me for that over on the YouTube channel. In the meantime, come and join us next week for some more wonderful adventures over here on the Little Ghosty Games channel, as we have weddings, we have romance, we have fixing a bent ballista, and something to do with saving the town again, apparently, because it's just been saved already. So it won't even be a new when the main heroes do it. It'll just be another town saved. Oh. I thought I'll make someone save the town. I'll make them do it.
I want to know if the mayor knew this was happening. She's got all the insight.
Interesting to find out. That's one of the I'm gonna say annoying. Annoying isn't the right word, but like could have done another hour on you guys easily, just kind of like exploring and doing not just the things that happened afterwards, but the things that happened before and during.
Yeah.
But it's very, very fun. I enjoyed it a lot. But It's late, so we shall be off. Thank you for joining us. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the week, and we will catch you next time. And yeah, take it easy. Thanks for joining us. Cheers. Bye-bye now.
Bye.